Hello, great minds. Welcome to another fun-filled lesson on quantitative reasoning. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at test number 12. To get more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, like, and share. In test 12, there are 3 exercises to be done. 3 exercises, but we are going to start with exercise 1. Of course, we have operation methods of multiplication, division, and the use of imaginary number 2. Multiplication, division, and imaginary number 2. So first of all, let's look at the picture. We have 6 star 5 equal to 15. We must make use of the 6, the 5 together to get the 15. Alright? And to do this, the imaginary number 2 must also be used. And let's check it out on the board. The first thing we do is to multiply the given numbers. We have 6 times 5. That gives us 30. 6 times 5 is 30. Alright. So what do we do next? We divide this result by the imaginary number 2. Divided by 2. So when you divide 30 by 2, of course the result is 15. So this is how we got the 15. You can also try to find the other 2 numbers. For example, the 5. Okay, so we make use of the 6 and the 15. On the board, we are going to start with the 15. Remember the imaginary number 2. Because we divided to get 15, so we are going to multiply by the imaginary number. So when we multiply 15 by 2, we get 30. Now what do we do with the 30 and the remaining number? Of course, we divide. So we have 30 divided by 6. The result is 5. So this is how we got the 5. So the same way we get the 6. Now let's look at the second exercise, where we'll make use of addition, subtraction, we use multiplication, we will use division, and also imaginary number 2. Alright. Okay, now let's begin. This is the picture. It has 2 sides. The 2 sides are independent of each other because numbers on the left side don't need numbers on the right side. Alright. So let's begin. If we wish to find the numbers at the middle, alright, we will have to make use of the number at the vertices on the left and on the right. Now let's start with the numbers on the left. So the first thing we do to get the number in the middle is to add up the number at the vertices. So we have 2 plus 4. That gives us 6. 6, therefore, is divided by an imaginary number 2. Okay, so we have 3. So this is how we got the number 3. Now, if we wish to get or solve the problem on the right side, we followed exactly the same procedure but making use of the numbers on the right side. And so we start with the numbers on the vertices. 4 plus 6, that gives us 10. Remember, there's an imaginary 2 you must divide with. So we have 10 divided by 2. That's the imaginary 2. The result is 5. So that is how we got the number 5. Alright. So this is how we get the numbers inside. If we wish to get any of the number outside, that is numbers on the vertices. Okay, so what we do is to simply reverse the process or the procedure. We start with the number at the middle, which is 3. This time we multiply by the imaginary number 2. So 3 times 2 gives us 6. So to get any of the number at the edge, we subtract the remaining number. So 6 minus 2 gives us 4. So the way we get this 4 is the way we are going to get every number on the edge. Now the final last example. We are going to be making use of addition in this picture. Venn diagram. Alright. If you look at this picture, it has 7 different sides. Each represents a problem. You can see we are going to highlight 5 of these problems. Alright. The first one is how many pupils like the 3 pets. Of course, it's the number at the middle where the 3 circles intersect. The number there is 3. So the answer to the first one is 3. How many pupils like dogs only? So the part that represents that is the only part that belongs to dog. And the number there, as you can see, is 20. So we simply say 20 pupils like dogs. The same thing for cats and rabbits. Alright. So 20 pupils like dogs only. How many pupils like cat and dog only? So that is when we make use of the point where 2 circles intersect. For cat and dog, you can see the number there. For rabbits and cat, you can see it, and for dog and cat, you can see it. So it is obvious that 4 is the number of pupils who like cats and dog only. Next, how many pupils like at least 2 pets? That's points where you have 2 and also where you have 3. Alright, that is to say a minimum of 2, but can be more than 2. Alright, so we'll take the numbers in these 4 different sites, starting with where we have 2 pets only. We have 4, 5, and 8. So when we add them up, we are going to have 17. So, but where the 3 circles intersect, which represent 3 pets, we are going to have 3 there. And so when we add the 3 to the 17, what we get is 20. So 20 is the number that represents at least 2 pets. So we write down 20. And the last question is how many pupils are there altogether in the school? What that simply means is to add up all the numbers that makes up the Venn diagram. So everything is going to be added up. We start with the number that represents 1 pet. We have 9. We have 20 for dogs. And we have 36 for cats. When we add up this, we will get 65. 65. Next, we are going to add up the part that represents 2 pets only. 2 pets only. We have 4, we have a 5, and we have an 8. So when we add up, we will get 17. And finally, we'll have the part that represents 3 pets. That is where they intersect. We have 3. 3 is the number there. So we add up everything. When this is done carefully, we will have a 5 from 15. then carry 1. So when this is added to 6 and 1, we get an 8. Alright, so everything is 85. There are 85 pupils in this school. Alright, this is all we are going to take this lesson. Hope you had fun watching and learning today's class. I urge you to do your quiz and your assignments, and I'll see you in the next class. Thanks for watching. Bye.